Alright, well, I just got done removing a lot of paint off of helmets, as you can see here. So maybe we'll just take a look at all of them. So, right, here some of these have been a few weeks ago, that's why they have a little bit of surface rust on them, but nothing to be alarmed of. So this is a Q64, lot number 11810. Very nice. The holes in the front have actually been welded, so no issues here, which is very good. This one, another Quist, another 64. This time lot number T1073. See what we have here. This should be a late war one. Yep. Q64 DN472. See what this one is. I think this was a CKL. It is CKL 64, lot number 5560 or 9. Here we have yet another CKL M42. So this one is a 68. Really, this is just quickly showing what helmets we have before we paint them. So yeah, anyway, let's sit down on the floor, that makes it easier. This one has a bit more surface rust on it, unfortunately, because it was a little corroded beneath the paint, and I did kind of light it on fire to better remove the paint. But again, that's easily removed with some Scotch-Brite pad. Another CKL 68. Lot number 5307. Now we have this Q64 M35 here, lot number 3226. Also very nice. This one is not quite as nice. So this is an NS64 M42 in pretty pitted condition, unfortunately. And I think this was part of some sort of a memorial at one point and then removed from that, because it has a hole there and a hole back here that was welded. Or maybe it was a fire department helmet. Either that or that, because, well, I could imagine that it was like, you know, set here, like there's where my thumb is, there's a wall and it was hanging like this. But I don't know. As I said, it is an NS64, lot number D292. These are all fairly rare, but unfortunately not in good condition, this one. Shut up. Then we've got this fairly nice condition M42 shell. It's a CKL 64, lot number 5155. This is also very late war. Can actually really nicely see how it was pressed here. See there? It's cool. And you can also see some of the bubbles from heat treatment. Also pretty nice. Need to remove the paint from there still, but that's quickly done. And then we have this one, another CKL 64, but this one's a bit earlier, lot number 3818. And yeah, this one also is in perfect condition. It's got a bit of oil in it, so that's why it's more shiny in some areas. And the last one I just did is this one. Another M42. Yeah. So there's a few helmets. And there's another one. So this is wait. Turn it around. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but it is marked right there. ET66 and lot number 1416. This you can see better. This was painted over in some weird green, and well, I removed this over paint, and beneath this still quite a lot of original Luftwaffe paint. I'll need to put some grease and well, not grease, but some oil on it, so the paint shows better. because right now it looks pretty dirty. It's been sanded a bit, but it still has a nice patina. It just needs to have the exposed areas like this right here. There we are. Darkened a bit by, well, maybe I'll put some salt water on it and just give it a slight rust finish. That'll do. But aside from that, it's still a fairly nice shell. Maybe I'll put a liner band in it. If I have a 66 in relic conditions, where I may put one in. I do actually, so that's good. So yeah, I like it. It was, well, for what it is, it wasn't cheap. I think the price is alright. I paid about 95 euros for it. But yeah, with some work it will look like a nice display piece. Onwards with the painting soon, I guess. Well, actually, let me show you how I remove the paint. I think that might be interesting as well. I'm an idiot. So, one, bought this acetone. If you buy it in these 5-liter jugs, it's cheaper. And nitro thinner. And then I have this plastic box here, which I taped off all the, well, areas where air could get in. So it's somewhat airtight, not really, just a little bit. It does the trick. And yeah, then I just pour the thinner and acetone mix in here. Come on, focus. What's the matter with you? The hell? There we are. And then just put the helmet in, wait a bit, and then I use, for the ones that I know have no original paint, more stiff steel brush, or steel wire brush. And for helmets that do have original paint, I have this plastic brush, and also a more soft steel brush, this one right here. It was very cheap, it was like €1. And it did the trick really well on the Luftwaffe M42, this one right here. Because the paint that was on there was still relatively stubborn, but with this it really came off pretty well and it didn't scratch the original paint. As long as you don't apply too much pressure. If you don't do that, you will scratch the original paint and that'll look pretty crappy. But alas, yeah, that's what we're at right now, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and let's see you again when we start painting these. Alright, well, I didn't film the first part of the painting, which was a lot of helmets, but I need to respray these again anyway, all these Forquist helmets, and this just on the side, because the rough texture is pretty light on these. On the second try for the CKL helmets, I used a lot more. So these I will just apply another coat on top of, yeah, slate gray. There we go. So yeah, I got the compressor set up again. And here's my very much old school spray gun. It's well, made in GDR, as you can see here. So yeah, it really is old. It's from 1984, but it does the job. It was cheap, and it's kind of funny to have something that's half as old as these helmets. So yeah, as far as painting goes, I just mixed up the paint here. Just need to spread it around a bit to get most of the rough texture finish mixed up. And yeah, just gonna dump this in here like so, and yeah, I'll just go at it. I just need to hook it up to the air now, BRB. Here we are. So yeah, I'll see if I can maybe Yeah, I'll just spray these. It looks like when I'm doing it with a normal can, but yeah, let me just go at it. BRB. Alright, well, after a few coats, this is what it's looking like now. I tried to cover as much of the helmets as I could, which mostly worked. But you can see here, now we have nice thick texture, which, well, is what you want to see on a Quist helmet. So that's good. I think I missed this area a little bit here, but whatever. When it's worn, it doesn't really, well, it's not that apparent. But the M42 looks very nice now. You can see how thick it is. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, they all look very nice now. I'll just use the, come on, focus, the heat gun here and well, accelerate the drying process because it's cold and therefore it takes a long time for paint to dry. And well, I would like to put liners in these. So yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, well, first you'll probably be seeing me adding the dome stamps, but I should shut up now. Alright, this is a little in-between video. So, as you can see, I've already assembled some of the helmets. Let me see which ones. This one, for example, it's one of the 68s. Yeah, with a chin strap, original liner band. I also put in original split pins. You can see right here, nice late war steel split pins. And yeah, it turned out really nice. The rough texture is all around pretty consistent. On these it went better than on the Quist helmets, but these were the second batch I did, so I had a bit more, well, practice then. And these turned out really nice. I just need to add a dome stamp on all of these because these, let's see, 3, 5 are all CKL 64 and 68. Let's see what this one was. It's a 57, so put this on this pile. This is a 60, okay. So these two I will briefly show already because these are already sold and I need to pack them up for shipping. But nevertheless, I wanted to show you because they are very nice. So yeah, that's them. One and number two. It's a bit dark outside already, so yeah, unfortunately I can't show you them in the light. This one is the more budget version because it has a reproduction liner band and also reproduction split pins, but aside from that, still a very nice helmet. And I mean, there are quality components, so it should last. Maybe now you can see the texture. Yeah, there we are. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, now's the time for dome stamps. Take this out. Some other liner shenanigans. There we are, need the ink. I'm also going to have some new stamps made because I have all of this original leather, which I will make a separate video about probably in a few minutes because this deserves its own video and I never made one about these and it's actually pretty important. I digress. So let me, yeah, I also painted the Quist helmet shells. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, cool. Would you shut the hell up? Anyway, rabbits aside, I need to stamp this now. But yeah, I mean, you've seen this on other restoration videos, so it's nothing different really. And I do have it's decent enough, I would say. I'll put a decal on this side anyway. Or maybe it'll become an SS1, I'm not sure yet. That's Esslingen. Yep. Right. Also looks nice how it's on the paint runs here, because Quist M40s, for some reason, they always have paint runs in the dome, so I didn't really care when these appeared here. It's only something that originals have too, so what's the matter? So yeah, now that I have this whole mess of helmets, let me show you. It really is a mess. This cardboard box away. And this paper. And this paper. So yeah. There's a few. I know they all have dome stamps, which is nice. You can maybe see? I'm not sure. It's not really wanting to focus. But yeah. There we are. I still need to put liners in all of these, of course. So that's what I'll be doing soon-ish. So don't worry, you will get videos of me putting liners into helmets, even though it's not very interesting. That's why I already did these 5. Yes, it's 5. So yeah, hope you enjoyed up until this part, and I'll see you then. Bye.